Well, it is October 29th. I just returned from hunting out west, and I unpacked and I'm repacking to hunt the first few weeks of November. The whitetail rut is my favorite time to be in the woods, and I thought I would just do a little rundown here of what I have in my backpack this time of year. First, I'll just say that scent control is really important. So I wash all my laundry and try to keep it scent free. I keep my laundry in these plastic totes. That way they're not exposed to whatever smells are in any area that you're in. So that way it keeps them sealed. So that's that with the hunting clothing. So my backpack, I just washed that. So as far as things that I like to make sure that I have in my backpack this time of year, I don't have sponsors, so I just use what I have found has worked. So with rutting bucks, then it's a really good opportunity to call them in. So first I would say a bleat can is very important this time of year. I've called in a lot of deer using this little bleat can. They're simple to use, anybody can use them. This is made by Primos and they work great. And then this time of year, then I often just carry a cheap small grunt tube, something that's not very aggressive. If I see a deer, I just want to get his attention just to see what mannerism he's in. I'll use something small and quiet. And then once I know kind of how that deer's acting, then I have Primos buck roar, and then if he's acting aggressive, then I won't be afraid to just give him something, a challenge grunt, and get his attention. And then if he acts really aggressive but doesn't want to commit to coming in, this call also has the snort wheeze part on the top, and that there can be very effective to calling in a dominant buck. So those three calls, then I would highly recommend having them, at least having one grunt tube and the bleat call. A rangefinder, it's good to have a rangefinder, and a knife. I just have a little one here. It's called a Halon or Halion, something like that. Anyway, however you say it, but they're small, they're sharp, they're good, replaceable blades. You don't need a big knife. They're just small and they work great. So a knife, that's crucial. A headlamp, that's good, and something to test the wind. That way you at least know which way the wind's coming in. That way when you call a deer, they generally try to come in downwind, so you have a good idea which way the wind's blowing, and then you know when a good time to call that deer is. Then rattling antlers, I usually just carry some rattling antlers. I've called in a few bucks using rattling antlers, but honestly I've had better luck with the bleat can and the buck roar. And then binoculars, it's good to have binoculars. And then never forget your release, that's very important, unless you shoot recurve, and then you probably have fingers or a glove, so don't forget that. And then with scent control, then it's good to spray down. So yeah, so those are the crucial things that I always make sure I have when I go out for hunting deer this time of year. So yeah, good luck and have fun this season.